Welcome to the Meristem Minute. Today, we have Shane Brockhoff with us to talk about MAXSTAX soybean technology. Shane, this is a brand new technology to Meristem in the industry, so walk us through what it really means.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically in addition to what we already know and love, right? Revline, Hopper Throttle, Soybean plus Ether. It's technology that we've proven in the market. It works. Our biocaps, our delivery system is obviously the industry leader right now. But what's new is the fact that we got these new EPA registered biodefense mechanisms approved. And essentially what we're capable of doing now is delivering everything you'd be able to get in a fully loaded seed treatment through our delivery system, the biocapsule and the hopper throttle pail. So it truly is a revolutionary concept that we feel is going to change American agriculture and how farmers think about treating their soybeans before they plant them and how we deliver this technology. So, the base components are still there. We're going to be inoculating your soybeans, which we know in a lot of markets is a liquid seed treatment process. We've shifted that already to the hopper throttle, the concepts. Last spring, the very first biodefense launch that we got access to, and it's exclusive to Meristem, is the pre-fight biology. So pre-fight is a broad spectrum biofungicide. So you can see it there on the on the screen for those that are watching live here with us. But Pre-Fi is a broad spectrum biofungicide. It basically covers all soybean root diseases except for Phytophthora. It's a little weak on Phytophthora. So we actually paired it with, and we're waiting for EPA approval to add metalaxyl to it. It was just a broad spectrum fungicide. That's in a lot of liquid markets as well. So, that was kind of the base concept, taking the hopper throttle pail into the biodefense realm, into the liquid seed treatment market, kind of replacing the liquid seed treater was the pre-fight metalaxyl concept. And then here, just in the last few months, we got approval on Guard M, Born X, and Guard C. So three brand new biopesticides that we're adding into this concept to build the MAXSTAX portfolio. So Guard M, we had a lot of feedback with the pre-fight metalaxyl pail last year that, man, it'd be awesome if we could replace fungicide and insecticide. And so we were waiting for approval on this concept, and it is a broad spectrum insecticide for below ground protection on the seed. Very powerful technology. Basically, it colonizes larvae of insects and kills them. So it is a true biocontrol bioinsecticide that lives and grows with the root all season long. Is actually a fungus that lives and grows with that root and protects that seed. So the second one is Born X. So Born X is our sudden death syndrome biofungicide. It's got an active ingredient that's really strong on Fusarium species, which is the causal agent of our sudden death. We know that's an early season infection that kind of lays dormant until the end of the year and really overtakes that plant. So if you can stop that infection early, suppress it, you can reduce sudden death syndromes late in the season. The other thing Born X is actually pretty strong on is Rhizoctonia. So it's another just kind of broad spectrum biofungicide that has multiple controls in there against the diseases that we battle. So that Born X, along with the pre-fight metalaxyl concept, gives us really a triple layer of protection against the seed-borne diseases that we worry about. And then the third one is Guard C, which is the nematicide, right? We know that cyst nematode is the number one disease, quote unquote. When you look at Land Grant University data, that's the number one detractor of yield in the U.S. Soybean market is actually cyst nematode. But Guard C is not specific to cyst nematode. Root knot nematode is another one that's a big detractor of yield, and Guard C helps control that as well. But the way that works, it's actually a fungal chitosan, which is really unique technology. Basically, it spurs the development of an enzyme in the root profile called chitinase. Chitinase is the enzyme that dissolves chitin, and if you know, in the exoskeletons of nematodes and their piercing mouth parts are actually built of the component called chitin. So if you have the enzyme around that dissolves chitin, you can actually dissolve and reduce their ability to infect and suck on the root juices that they do and detract from yield. So it's a really cool, brand new technology. But the key with all of this, other than the metalaxyl, which is this broad spectrum fungicide, is you have to be able to keep this stuff alive. A lot of these new biocontrols that the EPA just approved, they're very sensitive. You can't put them in a liquid injection system in the planter and expect them to be alive when they get to the furrow. Definitely wouldn't be able to put them through a liquid seed treater and expect them to be alive by the time you get to planting, get that stuff in the furrow. So really the biocapsule through our delivery system will be the primary mode of action this stuff gets to the farm gate, at least in a live and functional form, which we know is really, that's really what separated Meristem in the market, is that biocapsule technology, knowing we can keep biology alive all the way until it gets into the ground and can live and grow with those roots.
Shane, that's super exciting, especially, when I hear about Guard C and think about the environment that I experienced in the past year. When we hit that drought condition, those roots get all those sugars and it speeds up the reproductive cycle of cysts. So I expect a higher cyst count in our geography and continue that to continue to grow. So that excites me that we can help control that a bit. But when I think about these components, one thing that comes to mind is MaxStax is providing an offense and a defense. So explain that a little, what you would consider the offense and defense.
Yeah, so the offensive components of the hopper throttle soybean, which I kind of started with, and I started talking, the terracin components. We know the root biostimulants in there, the nutrient unlockers, the group of biology, the 12 pack that's in some of our hopper throttle soybeans. We took some of those components into MaxStax so we can unlock nutrition and fix atmospheric nitrogen, which we know is important for late season pod fill and grain fill. Those components are still there. So we're really putting these all these new defensive components in conjunction with what we've already known and grown to love and the hopper throttle soybean. So it's really the pairing of the two. That's really where we get this MaxStax concept and the coverage of what we're doing. When you think about live biology, this is, again, like I said, this is really what has separated us, is delivering these live colony forming units to the seed to know you're getting the active ingredient load that we're promising and delivering on our label. So it's a very powerful concept when you think about defending against pests and then also adding the top end yield, and how you can look at that of taking costs out and manipulating your inputs to put yourself in the black as a farmer, and using these technologies to really put you in the best position to be profitable and succeed on every acre.
So just to give a bit of clarity around this, MaxStax is really designed to give a soybean starter system, but also to completely replace a downstream soybean seed treatment.
100%. That's what it's designed to do. Get your plants off to a fast, strong, healthy start, which a lot of people have relied on that liquid seed treater to protect your seeds to do that. We know we've always been able to, give the biostimulant effect with hopper throttle soybeans. Now we can do both. We can deliver your seed treatment plus the early season growth and development and set your plants off on a fast start to success.
So not only can we deliver more live biology, but we can do just-in-time treatment, which often makes components much more quality and better.
Yeah, that absolutely. And when you think about the logistics of treating seed, a lot of farmers don't want to take delivery of their treated seed knowing that they can't return that, or they can't take it to the elevator and dump it in the event something changes, crop rotation, or, you get knock on wood, prevent plant, something like that. This provides a ton of flexibility on logistics and literally just planting naked soybeans until right when you're ready to plant, you put the MaxStax concept on there, treat your seed right as it's going into the planter, real time, really at the farm gate.
Excellent. With that, Shane, thanks for the Meristem Minute.
Thank you.